Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another
Yes.
episode of Footy Talk. Your boy
Whoa.
James is in the building. What you telling me, bro?
Yeah, no. Lad. Another week, another show. And no more Liverpool signings, but you've got two. Lads, I'm devastated. I'm devastated. Our signings, Virgil van Dijk. He's supposed to be
Bro,
in contention.
you man
for
peaked
Thursday,
too early, bro.
do you know what though, lads? I'm happy Virgil van Dijk's back. I'm gassed for it because I think we forget as well. We did have a very different team last year. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm getting right into the transfer news because that's what it is right now. Everyone's talking about the very little activity that Liverpool are doing. And I've said it plenty of times on this show, I disagree. But at the same time, you know, when you've got Henderson coming back, Virgil van Dijk coming back, they're big parts of the team. Even just things like having Fabinho at defensive midfielder for a full season is going to be a big help. If Naby can stay fit, then that's like a new signing, I suppose. So I'm not trying to be like a cheapskate myself, or I'm trying to enjoy football, innit? I don't want to be complaining about transfers. We've spent what was the post that I saw earlier? It was insane in terms of like our last 5 windows, not just summer windows, but also January windows. So since summer 2019 to now, the club's spent 20 million net in 5 windows, and they have averaged 4 million per window. So like how much they've actually spent in terms of players gone and players coming in. So that's what we've got to show for enormous kit deals, increased matchday revenue, Champions League runs, and winning competitions. So when you see that, that's why I complain. But I also just want to enjoy it. It's probably like you with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You've just saw him sign a new deal, and you're thinking to yourself, I've already said my opinion, what I think about the manager. Let's just enjoy the football, isn't it? And
100%.
me thinking about Virgil van Dijk coming back or Henderson coming back, that makes me a lot more excited to see a more complete Liverpool team. Because when we have got a full team, we're good, man. Do you get what I'm saying?
But that's what it is. And like I even said, even with the 2 signings that we have, a fully fit Liverpool team's still better than us for me because we've got the same manager. Do you know what I mean? So, like, literally, like, them 2 players are not all of a sudden just going to make us better than Liverpool. Like, to me, it doesn't work like that, innit? Like, I don't think that us as a club would have been able to withstand the injuries that Liverpool withstood, and finished probably in the top half of the table, mate. I'm not going to lie, because if we were playing McTominay and Matic centre back for most of the season, we'd be in the bottom half of the fucking table. Like, I have no doubt about it. Do you know what I mean? So I still think that our biggest problems as a team is organization, tactically and stuff like that. I don't think it's personnel. I think bringing in extra personnel makes us a better team. But against the top clubs, it's not just good enough having good players, because all the top clubs have good players. You see what I mean? Against the smaller clubs, I think it's going to make us devastating. Just like bringing in Bruno did. Bruno beat up and bullied all the small clubs, and then in the big games against the top 6, I don't think he scored a goal from open play. He got 1 penalty or something. Like, these kind of signings make us even harder to beat for the smaller teams. But in the big games, I still think your manager needs to win you those games, innit? And I don't think we've got that. So if you guys don't make another signing, if I was you, I still wouldn't be too stressed, bro.
It's not stressed. It's a build up of loads of things is what causes like the sort of little rants that I do on this channel, on my channel. All I'm doing is now being accepting of the fact Jurgen Klopp probably is excited to just have his team back. And whether we make another signing or not, I don't know why we're not making signings, but it's still a much better position than what we was in last year. But it's also just, I think you do think about the position that we're in, yet you see in Manchester United, who aren't supposed to be as good as us. They're not supposed to be, I'm not talking about historically, I'm talking about right now, the past 5 seasons. They're not supposed to be as good as us. Business-wise, they're not supposed to be as smart as us. We're supposed to do great business. You know, that's what we've built ourselves and prided ourselves on since Klopp came in. Yet, right now, I'm seeing Chelsea, who, fair play, they've just won the Champions League, but before that, they have Frank Lampard as manager, and they were still spending 250 million. Again, they've got a mad owner, which is fair enough, but success has to come into play. Why is Varane, and I didn't want Varane, nothing to do with his ability as a player, it's just because we didn't need him, but why is Varane and Sancho going to United. It's for brand, but it's like it's and money. But like, why,
bro?
can't we put
Varane's on
ourselves in that
350 grand a week. That's why. Like,
350.
yeah, he's on 350. The money that they were talking about yesterday is after tax. He's on 350 grand a week. He's on 220 grand a week. Yeah. After tax, he's on 350 a week. So all the people that were saying that Varane's come for 200 grand a week, it's not true.
That's what I heard.
It's not.
I heard 200 grand a week, and I was like, that's actually not that much. That's
it's
like
not true. It's not true. It's not true. He's on 350. So
still, the point still stands, though. The point still stands. Like, why Liverpool's pull of the manager that we've got, the success that we've had, the fact that we're in Champions League, that should be enough to be able to get us a few players. And I'm not talking about Jared Bowen's. And by the way, Jared Bowen's a very good player, but it's just not what I want to be seeing us linked with. When you want to stay on top, you want to be going beyond the Man Cities, who, by the way, are linked with Kane and Grealish. You want to go beyond Chelsea's, who are linked with Erling Haaland. Why can't we get Erling Haaland? Like, these are the questions I just want to propose to people who
but I don't know, it's your structure, bro. You're not willing to pay that. Like, Haaland's going to go to... Bro, he's going to go to Chelsea because Chelsea are going to pay the money, innit? Like...
But that's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Grealish is going to go Man City because they're going to spend the money, bro.
But why don't we have money? Can you answer that for me? Why don't we have, though? Because we're behind Manchester United or in front of Manchester United, the biggest club in the country. It's very, very close. And then that's historically, fans-wise as well, we've still got a lot of fans. And over recent years, we've been more successful. So why do we not have money? No, it's a question. I'm asking you this question, Rants. Why?
Well, because of your owner. Because of how your club's owned.
What do you mean, though, lads? I don't like these answers, though.
Bro, like, think about it. It's the same with Manchester United. At the end of the day, yeah, people think Man United spend a lot of money, but when you compare it to what they actually make, they don't spend a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is with Liverpool, the way your owners are moving, yeah, they're clearly moving on a net spend, on a sell to buy kind of thing. United don't move on a sell to buy thing. That's just what it is. United have never really had to sell their big players to make money. Ronaldo's the only player that we've made a lot of profit on. David Beckham, we made a little bit of profit on, but Beckham only went for like 36 million or something at the time, which was a decent amount. But like, we don't have to sell to buy in it. We never have. Like, that's been your model, isn't it? So because of that, if you're not selling anyone big, the players that come in, it's not going to be a lot. Do you know what
we're
I'm
not
saying?
going to be signing anyone else this summer, and we're recouping around, if Shaqiri goes, 45 million for player sales this summer. Harry Wilson's gone for 12, Marco Grujic went for 10, and a few other little players here and there have went. We've equalled 33 at the moment. If Shaqiri goes, that's 45. Why does that mean we can't buy any players? Does that, like, that's the only thing that I keep saying to people, to not even play devil's advocate. It's just the truth, isn't it? At the end of the day, give the manager better resources and then you're most likely going to get better results. And I just, last thing as well on this, and then I want to talk about the Gini situation, if that's all right, because that's a madness. The last thing that I want to say about this is, if we finished 5th, do we have the same energy collectively as a fan base?
See, the thing is with your Liverpool fans, speak up, innit? The thing is with different fan bases, I don't know, innit? Like, I only know my own, innit? I don't really know.
Your perception, though. But, like, even say this was your club, right? And just try and think of it. I'm not saying pretend to be a Liverpool fan, because I'm sure you don't want to have the thought of that, but try and put yourself in my shoes and think, if we were 5th from being the champions, regardless of injuries, you go out and spend money. That's a fact. You go out and spend money, you do what you can to get yourself back in that position. But now that we've got away with it with the skin of our teeth by getting 3rd, because our goalkeeper scored a last-minute goal, you don't have to spend dough no more.
But, bruv, this is what these guys do, innit? Like, when you've got owners that don't know anything about football, bro, they just look at the bottom line, innit? Like, imagine the owners are looking at it like this. Yo, we've been absolutely ravaged with injuries. Still managed to finish 3rd in the league. So they're thinking, yo, so freak season, we get everyone back, we challenge again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're looking at. And then they're thinking, hold on, we get Virgil back, and then we've bought another centre-back. So straight away, we're stronger defensively. We scored a decent amount of goals. So they're just looking at the bottom line, innit? They're not looking at anything else. That's how they look at things. They're looking at the points and the return they're getting on the investment they've given to the manager. That's all they're looking at, bro. They're not looking at strength in depth, all these other, bro. They don't care about that. They're not football men.
Yeah.
So because of that, that's how they're gonna run it. They're gonna run it. They're gonna run it straight across board. What did we get for what we spent? What are we gonna get next season? And that's just all it is, bro. Like, it's a you're run very, very rigidly, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And you're not run by football fans.
Yeah. 100%.
So you have to bear that in mind every time certain things happen. So yeah, man, it's literally just to make money for the shareholders and the owners, and there's no ambition, bro. Like, there's no ambition. That's why I said before, it's almost like you won the Premier League and the Champions League in spite of your owners, not because of them. They deserve no credit for it. It's solely at the feet of your manager.
Mr. Crab wannabes, bro. Mr. Crab wannabes. Little greedy bastards. But yeah, sod FSG, man. They're always the pressure when you're talking about them. Also one's a pressure thing to another. Gini Wijnaldum, right, boss. So, I'm sure you've saw it all as well, like about the situation with Gini. For those who don't know, it was obviously him revealing why he left the club. Now, it was a big statement, so there's a lot to take out of it. And I don't think there was any true animosity towards any specific group, whether that's the owners, the coaching staff and the other players and stuff. I feel like the biggest one was towards the fans. I thought what he was mainly talking to was the fans and, sort of online abuse and, getting slandered and stuff like that. Which, again, everyone, in a public eye, they get slander. And even at PSG, he is going to get slander for poor performances or below par performances. Hence why I sympathise with him for the fact, he wasn't appreciated by all Liverpool fans the way he should have been. But at the same time, that's just kind of how football works in social media. So that's not me saying just deal with it. But why are you going to build up... I even said it a few weeks ago, why are you doing this like a Netflix documentary series, like building it up as if it's some promo for some WrestleMania match? Like, oh yeah, I'm going to tell you on this day. Oh, now I'm going to tell you after the Euros. Why are you building that up just to say, yeah, the fans were knobheads? Why would you build it up to that point? It's obviously to do with money as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't have turned down Barcelona. And fair enough, Barcelona is a shit's creek right now. But
they're in shambles right now, to be fair.
They are, but they've also got Depay. They've also got Frankie de Jong. They've also got Ronald Koeman as the gaffer. There's still reasons to go to that club. PSG weren't even in the conversation. The second they jump in, bam, I'll take that money. And again, that's not what I even have a problem with. Just be honest, innit? Don't just completely ignore that fact when you've been building up for months.
The one thing I would say about the money situation, like, that's not even something but that's not something as a footballer you should even have to justify, because it's common sense, bro. Because the thing is, it's a job, innit? Of course I'm gonna go because I got offered favourable terms there, but at the same time, Barcelona's project isn't exciting, bro. Like, they're in a rebuild. Like, PSG have got back-to-back Champions League finals, and they can make their third, bro. Like, with the squad that they have, bro. Sergio Ramos coming in, all these. It's exciting. Like, it's a no-brainer to go there.
No, it's exciting. I'm not even disagreeing with you on any of them points. But why are you building it up just to say half of the fan base were knobheads and that was the only reason why you left? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say the reason why you left. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, to be fair, I don't know why he felt the need, to even justify or why he was leaving anyway. I don't know what kind of, maybe he thought he was getting disrespected or something or whatever, and he felt like he needed to clear something up. Me personally, I wouldn't even have bothered. Like, he's where he wants to be. He's got his money. He's at a good club. I would have just got on with it personally, but I don't know why he... Yeah, man. I don't know why he felt the need to even have to justify himself, to be fair, because I don't think he needed to. I think that he was underappreciated by probably a lot of the Liverpool fans, and also by the club, innit? By the money that they had him on.
Comfortably half the fan base underappreciated Gini Wijnaldum, no doubt.
Well, there you go. So, you know what? Maybe it was just something that bothered him, bro. And I get it, because, like, for instance, if I'm a Paul Pogba, if I leave, I'm absolutely, like, taking into account that I feel like I've been undervalued by the fan base, because it does matter. These people are human beings, innit? Like, when they're out there and they're putting it all in, yeah? They're putting it all in for the fans, bro, as well as themselves. And when you feel like you've been one of the better players, one of the more important players, and you're not on the money to justify that, and also you're not getting the love from the fans as well, it don't make you want to stay in it. So I kind of get it, bro.
But
And if you're not getting compensated, but if you're not getting compensated financially and you feel like you're underappreciated as well, that's two reasons to leave, bro.
Again, not even disagreeing with anything you've just said. No one should get abused no matter what platform you're on. Gini Wijnaldum is a legend of my football club for the fact that he was a big part of winning us a Champions League, and a Premier League, by the way. And that still stands. But why are you going to say 2 months before, like, you've left, and then you're going to say 2 months after you've left, and you've been building it up for 2 months, that you're going to leave this, that, and the other? Why are you going to do that? Just to go and blame the fans, when that's not the main reason. It's not that. There's other things that come into it. Just don't build it up, is all I say.
Yeah, but how do you know that it's not the main reason, though, James? The one thing I would say is,
because the number one reason you've just said it, he was underappreciated by the club. And that's a fact. He was underappreciated by the club. But why are you going to say 2 months before you leave, I want to stay at Liverpool? Because he said this. He said he wanted to stay at the club before the end of the season. So if you're going to be saying before the end of the season you want to stay, but the second negotiations don't go your way, you leave. And again, I've said money's fine. Make your dough while you've still, got the remainder of your career that you've got left. But then when you leave, you're blaming the fans and not really much.
Yeah, but bro, you can love the club, and not like the fans. I'm sure Pogba's in the same boat. So I do get it. Do you know what I mean? Because like Liverpool's a big club, so of course he might be like, yo, I want to stay at Liverpool because listen, we got a good group of lads in the changing room, a good manager that I trust, a manager that trusts me, got a good relationship with him. I think we're in a decent position to challenge for titles. Like, why would he just want to actively leave? I don't think he would actually actively want to leave. So I get what he's saying. But the point is, these guys are human beings, innit? We don't know them. We don't know them personally. We don't know what their personalities are like. We don't know how the abuse they get affects them, bro. Like, he's only 30. 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? 100%. So it's one of them. We don't know how it affects them. We don't know. Facts. So it's one of them ones where he might be like, listen, I like my workplace. I like my friends at work. I like the manager. Everything's calm. But the fans ain't appreciating, man. And I'm not getting paid what I'm worth. So I fully get it, bro. Like it's just, we have to compare football to normal life, innit? We have to compare it to normal life, man. Like, if you're at a job that you like or you love right now, you get on with the manager, you like your work environment, but you feel like you're not appreciated there and you're underpaid. And then someone offers you more money to do the same job, and you feel like you're going to be appreciated more there, you're going to go there, bruv. And I feel like that's just what he's done. So I feel like to kind of overlook him being unhappy with the way that the fans take to him is a bit mad, because as a footballer, the fans are important, bro. Like, the fans are important. If the fans are singing your name at the cop end and shit like that, compared to if you're getting abuse from them, it matters, bro. Like, it might not matter to us. We might think,
he said in the stadium that the fans were belter. It was just online. But then that's why I also say that might not all be Liverpool fans. A lot of that can be neutrals. A lot of that can be so and so and so. You get that wherever you go. So it's like, as a 30-year-old man, you know that in the back of your head. Again, I still sympathise with him as someone who, not on the scale of him, but still I've got my fair share of shit and abuse online, and it's heavy, man. It's heavy. You'll know as well. It's not a good thing to go through, and I do sympathise with him for that. And I hope that I'm not coming across as some spoiled little child who isn't taking that into consideration. I'm kind of on the same boat as you. I just don't think he had to justify himself and therefore bring anything up. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say it in a less conceited way, because I know it's probably coming across like I don't give a fuck about Gini. I love Gini. You know, I came on this show all the time and said he's the hardest worker. He's one of the most important players at the club. He's very underrated by other clubs, fans and whatnot. And he should leave so he can actually get the money that he actually should have been getting over the past few seasons. I agree with all that. I agree with all that. There's not even a buff from me. It's fair enough. It was just a topic of conversation to why you brought it up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I big up my man that done a super chat just to tell me that I got it mixed up, because Tuchel done back-to-back finals, innit? So that's why I was thinking of PSG, because he done one with PSG, done one with Chelsea. But either way, they were in the Champions League final the
Still got
season before
Hakimi, Sergio Ramos, Neymar,
before the
and
last one,
Mbappe.
and they've got a very, very strong chance of doing it again this season, because on paper, even though I will say a million times football's not played on paper, but on paper, what team in Europe's better than them at the moment? You're struggling. You're struggling, mate, because they've got, I'd say, probably top 3 in the world goalkeepers at the moment. They've still got Sergio Ramos, who's a top footballer. You know what I'm saying? That they've
starting
got
11, it's very hard.
it's
for
a
them
joke.
to be
They got
beaten on
Hakimi,
paper.
they got Verratti, they got Gini now. You know what I mean? The Pogba stuff isn't going away. They've got Neymar and they've got Mbappe, man.
I
Do you know
don't think
what
they're
I'm
going to
saying?
get Pogba.
No, I don't know. I do not know. So I'm not going to speak too soon, because I really don't know what's going on. One thing is,
Nah.
I feel like he's not signing a new deal, and I don't know if United are brave enough to let it go till January, because in January he can start talking to other football clubs.
I think he will. I think he'll sign a new deal myself. I think he's just waiting. I think he's just kind of negotiating and seeing the best possible price for Paul Pogba, as all negotiations do go. He deserves to be that, like, one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid player at the club, so I'm sure that's what he's aiming for. And until he gets that, that's when he'll sign the pay. But United will give that to him. But, you know, when push comes to shove and, you know, they're backed into a corner, and believe me, Paul Pogba can back Man United into a corner, they'll pay that money. I don't think there's too much. I thought for a second there, I thought he might have went. But, nah. Even with PSG, buying a Paul Pogba on top of what they've already bought, that's crazy.
Yeah, but Paul Pogba's going to cost what Varane costs, bro. He's going to cost peanuts.
Oh, no. Pennies, but they've already spent dough. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
because they got most of them
wages.
players for free, bro. They haven't spent
But
loads
doesn't
of money.
wages come into it? Doesn't wages come into a part?
No, but it
Yeah,
comes
no,
out of a
don't
different pot. It comes out of a different pot.
Yeah,
You know
that's
the ones
true.
there. It comes out of a different pot, because the wages is balanced out over the course of however many
True.
years, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
so
you're right.
it comes out of a different pot.
Even without that, though, I think from Pogba's side, surprisingly, I think he wants to stay at United.
I think he wants to stay as well. Do you know what I mean? But that, just because he wants to, that doesn't mean he will, to be honest. I think he genuinely loves the club, like, regardless of what some fans believe in it. Like, people got to realize he grew up there. Like, Ravel Morrison, Jesse Lingard and them, man, like, he grew up with them, innit? Those were his mates. Like he said, he done his driving test in Manchester and that. Like, he sees it as his home, but he doesn't get treated like it is. And that's why I think he could still leave, bro, because the combination of money, a new challenge, and being somewhere where he's going to be respected more, because it's not even, you don't even have to like someone, but respect them. A lot of fans don't even respect the fact that he's one of the best players in the world. They literally don't respect it. And that's what jars me. It's the disrespect that he gets, bro. Like, you don't have to like someone, innit? But the disrespect he gets is mad to me, bro.
For me, it's just too far sometimes. But I understand people who might not watch United week in, week out when they talk about his consistency, because he's not really, even though he does turn up in the big moments, he has turned up in the big moments before, there's still games where he can drift off, whether that's due to his role that he plays or whatever. It still happens, and that's all the fans will see, the ones who don't watch Man United week in, week out. I think that's all it is. But I agree with you. I think he's happy enough to stay, but kind of like the Gini factor, very underappreciated.
So I mean, man said that's the Genie quote. You know what I mean, he just said he didn't feel loved.
Not my teammates, not the people at Melmo. From them, I know. I can say they all love me and I love them. It was not that side, more the other side. Yeah, exactly. But there was much more to it, where he was talking about, like, there was a bit where he talked about the owners. There was obviously an extension on what he was saying about the fans, and specifically more who he was talking to. He was talking about people on social media, is what he was doing. That was his biggest problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's a weird one. I don't feel like he needed to justify anything anyway. I think it's silly.
Yeah. No, I agree. I didn't think he needed to say nothing in the end.
I think it's silly. You could have just ignored it, man.
He's going to PSG as well. Go to PSG, win trophies, make dough, play with the best players in the world. Fucking hell, lad, you're a legend. You're a legend at PSV. You're a legend at Liverpool. Now you're at PSG. Go and win them their first ever Champions League. Be a part of that. Or whatever it is, like the first Champions League in however long, I don't know. Either way, it's good for him. Do you get what I'm saying? For Paul Pogba, I think that move would make a hell of a lot of sense. Because you say that he grew up in Man United, isn't he literally from Paris?
He is from Paris.
So he grew up in Paris even more.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean?
Of course,
so
yeah.
There's so many people there. Like, he'd love to be around Mbappe for the young part of his career, just to be a part of it, you get what I'm saying? Like, all these type of things, I think it would excite Pogba, which is why I'm surprised. But, like you say, there's people have their own lives and their own reasons to why they make these decisions, stuff that we don't even know about.
And then I think people were talking about the Pogba thing, yeah, like because of some PSG ultras, yeah, put up a banner, apparently, do you know what I mean, saying they don't want Pogba and this, that, and the other. Bearing in mind, yeah, that I think Pogba's parents, their family are Marseille fans, innit? And you know what ultras are like, so they're like, right, we don't want Pogba and that. But people, you gotta understand that ultras are not the majority of the fans at the club. They are the mental guys, yeah, that go to the home and away games and do the fucking extreme shit, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Like that fella who was putting the stuff on Rashford's memorial and stuff like that.
But that's what I mean. These ultras, they're extremists, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you think that ultras represent a fan base, you don't know football. That's like thinking that the Nazis represent Germany. They don't. Like the Nazis represent the Nazis, bro. You know them. They're an extreme bunch of people, bro. Like that's not the whole country. And it's the same with the ultras at football clubs, at these clubs that go and fucking vandalize things and all that. Come on, the average football fan doesn't feel the way they feel, bro. Yeah. The average football fan doesn't fucking just go around slitting people's throats and stuff like that, like what was going on in Russia and stuff like that. The average football fans are not walking around with a blade trying to kill someone, innit? So, like, because a few ultras put a flipping banner up, what the fuck does that mean, bro? It doesn't mean anything. It literally doesn't mean anything.
It's a story, isn't it? It's a thing, you know, that people can make up. And even United fans might have jumped on that. Oh, we are PSG, don't want him. So we're safe, you know what I mean? Because Man United fans, they still don't want to lose Pogba. They might massively underappreciate him, but it's not like they want to lose him. It's still someone that you massively benefit from having in the squad. You know, if Man United win any trophies next season, I can bet my house that he's going to have a massive part to play with it. I can tell you that for free. So, I think if he wants to stay, then there's no reason why he's going to end up going. That's the way I see it.
See, and the thing is, look, them man said it was Marseille fans. I thought so. They tried to make it out like it was PSG fans, and it wasn't. It was fucking Marseille fans. Well, there you go, innit? And that tells you. And apparently Neymar's had similar treatments, bruv. These idiots do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Clicks.
These idiots do that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. They're a very loud minority. That's exactly what ultras are. So, honestly, do you think a banner's going to stop man going to a football club because of a stupid banner, mate? It don't make no sense, bro. That's his home city. That's his home city. So if he wants to go back there, do you know what I mean? He's a massive part of the French national team as well. To be playing back in France and playing in the capital and playing in the city that he was born in, bro, like it makes just too much sense, doesn't it? It makes just too much sense. So honestly,
even people who bring up, like, do you know, when he's mentioned Real Madrid, like he's still got to be open to other clubs. Like he's still got to be open to, you know, because you've said it, Manchester United fans and possibly even the club underappreciate him. So why is he just going to stay there thinking, yeah, I'm comfortable and rosy because I'm Paul Pogba? No, mate, like you are Paul Pogba. You need to be getting big moves if you are going to leave. So it's still fine for him to bring up Real Madrids and PSGs if he really wants to. I think he's one of them type of players, isn't he? And that's mostly agent talk as well. It's not really coming from him himself.
But this is it. So, like, it is what it is, man. Like, we'll see what happens. But genuinely, like, when players are underappreciated at football clubs, because don't get it twisted, yeah? Like, at any level, the players and within the club, you always know who the big players are, the important players. And if a player feels like the fans don't acknowledge that, they got every right to not want to be there no more. They got every right to not want to be there no more, bruv.
Absolutely.
And that's just how it is.
Whatever reason they want to go, like, everyone has their own reasons, like, go for it. Just the way you work around it sometimes. Gini Wijnaldum, yeah, he might be possibly the most underappreciated player that I've ever saw play for my team. Honestly, he might be. I mean, anyone can give me any other Liverpool player recommendations, but I cannot think of another player that was more underappreciated. The part that he had to play, you talk about people stepping up in a time of where no one else is stepping up. That was Gini Wijnaldum all over.
Scored some important goals as well.
Massive goals. Massive. He's a big game player. Look at him for his country. He's versatile. He can play in multiple positions. He's going to be going till he's like 35. He'll probably get 3 or 4 good years out of that PSG team.
Yeah, for sure.
He's getting a player for 2 seasons. Like, honestly, he keeps himself in shape, and he just seems like one of them who's naturally just healthy and keeps himself well. So, Gini will always be missed. I don't know what you think about that, United. Would you say it's Pogba in terms of the most underappreciated?
Oh yeah, by far. But that's because he's the best and he gets treated like he's the worst. It doesn't make sense. He's easily our best player, and the second best player at the club is up for debate because they're nowhere near him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's one of them ones where I don't think there's a more underappreciated player in world football. Like him and Neymar can flick a coin. Do you know what I mean? Him and Neymar can toss a coin for that. And I think that Pogba gets more disrespect than Neymar because at least Neymar's got the numbers. Do you know what I mean? Like Pogba ain't got the numbers because he's a midfielder.
I reckon it's Neymar who does. I reckon in England it's obviously Pogba. I reckon worldwide though.
I don't think worldwide it's Neymar because I think outside of the UK, people rate Neymar. Outside of the UK, people rate Pogba. But it's one of them ones where like Neymar thing is more of a dislike. They don't disrespect him as a footballer. They might not like him and say, oh, he dives too much, but I don't hear man saying, oh, Neymar's shit, bro. Like, not like that. I'm hearing man say Pogba's shit, bro. And I'm like, are you mad? Like, how can man be shit?
That's fair. That's like, at least they say about Neymar, like, they keep it as inconsistent. They don't then go beyond that and say...
Or they say he's always injured. Man are out here writing off Pogba as a footballer when he's one of the best footballers in the world. It don't make no sense to me, bro.
Of technical ability, there's not many better. There's really not many better. Technical ability and well-roundedness. He's up there, man.
That's what I'm saying.
See, this is how I know Gini Wijnaldum's underrated, by the way. He's your club's Michael Carrick, someone's just said. That's how you know. Because, he's not, though. Because even though Michael Carrick might have been underappreciated...
he was massively under... I don't know about that, bruv. You're not old enough to watch Michael Carrick, to be fair, so...
Fair, but still, I'm going to put...
but bro, if you watch what he means by Michael Carrick, because they're not the same kind of player. Gini's more mobile than Carrick and he scores more goals. Michael Carrick was a deep line playmaker, but the thing is with Michael Carrick, when Michael Carrick was playing well, you still never really saw him because he played at a certain level all the time, innit? Like, the only time you notice Carrick on the pitch is when he's playing badly, and it doesn't really happen often because he's someone that just blends in the background and just does all the ugly stuff. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is with Carrick. People didn't appreciate how good Michael Carrick was until he retired, and then our midfielders struggled ever since to replace him. We haven't replaced him since he's retired. So it's one of them ones where, like, Gini Wijnaldum is more dynamic, more athletic, probably scores more goals, probably does the more eye-catching stuff. But they're both players, that a lot of men didn't appreciate the impact that they had on the team.
Do you know what's mad about that? Sounds exactly like a player that I love and know. Man, like Jordan Hendo Nino.
Nah, Henderson's not underrated, bro. Like, Bear Man,
he is.
Man love him.
Oh, no, he's
Bear
not
Man at your club love him, bro.
Overhated.
That guy made the FIFA cover in that, bro.
He's overhated, bro.
He's overhated because he's overrated.
The trying to say, bro.
I think people double down on their hate for Henderson, lads, because you, man, blow him up too high.
Bro, everyone who I speak to on this platform doesn't give Henderson the flowers. Even certain Liverpool fans still don't give Henderson the flowers. Most of us do because they watch him week in, week out. But when you describe Michael Carrick there, that was everything Jordan Henderson is. So you can't just say to me he's shit when he does all that stuff. Do you get what I'm saying?
Jordan Henderson, if you compare him to Michael Carrick, it's a mad thing. Michael Carrick is so clear.
How is that a mad thing? In what way?
Bro, in every way. Technically, Michael Carrick's one of the most gifted players that England have produced probably in the last 15 years, bro. Like,
doesn't matter.
You need to actually watch him play, bro. He's ridiculous.
I hear you, man, but Henderson, that what you said there, when you talk about the dirty stuff and getting in behind the scenes, doing stuff that other people don't want to do. Hendo Nino all day, baby. Underappreciated FC.
I don't know. I think he's very much appreciated.
I reckon if Carrick and Henderson were in the underappreciated FC, Henderson would be the captain.
I don't know, bruv.
Defo.
I don't know about all that, my bro.
100%.
I don't know, bruv.
Fish?
I think Jordan Henderson gets his flowers. I think he gets his flowers. I think the fact that he's even playing for
He
like a
doesn't.
Liverpool and that.
He doesn't.
Even the fact that he's playing for Liverpool is already giving him flowers, bro. Because
It's like saying that with Carrick, though. It's like, you give him flowers just because of who he's
no,
playing.
but Michael Carrick could have played. Technically, Michael Carrick was so good he could have played for fucking Real Madrid, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, not Henderson, bruv. You know what I mean?
I don't know if Michael Carrick could have, though, when you think about them.
Nah, he could have, bruv. No, but I'm saying, bro, his technical ability, he could have played for them. Yeah, but he doesn't play the same role as him. He plays that deep lying role, bro.
I really disagree that of this notion that Michael Carrick would have played for Madrid. Like,
no, I said he could have. I said he had the ability to play for them, bro. Michael Carrick's one touch, two touch games, brilliant, bruv. It's not about at the time. Saying a player could play for a team, yeah, doesn't mean, yeah, that literally he's gonna go into that team, yeah, and displace, man. I'm saying that man's ability would have allowed him to play. What team?
Real Madrid. Like, say prime Michael Carrick. I'm not talking about Michael Carrick now in Real Madrid. Prime Michael Carrick in this Real Madrid's midfield.
Bro, this Real Madrid midfield's old and washed, bro. Prime Michael Carrick was young, bro. A young Michael Carrick can play for that Real Madrid team. Of course
Modric and Kroos and Casemiro. Bearing in
They're
mind, he
fucking
plays the same
old,
role as Casemiro.
bro.
He plays the same role as Casemiro.
Casemiro can't even pass, yeah, like even half as good as Michael Carrick. Is man all right?
Doesn't matter. Casemiro's better than Michael Carrick. You can chat all
bro,
you want, but he's better than
bro, all right then, innit? But it's a hype thing with Casemiro, yeah, is one of the best in his position, but who's he competing with, bro? In the modern game, who's he competing with? Man are linking man with Ruben Neves and shit like that, bro. Man United with Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves ain't even half of Michael Carrick, mate. Do you know what I mean? The game's not like that no more. The game's just not like that no more. Michael Carrick, if you look and watch and see, yeah, the range of passing that Michael Carrick had and the way he could find man with a blindfold, literally dropping it. 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, 30 yards, bro. You name it. Carrick's dropping it on the edge of man's toenails, bro. Michael Carrick's different, bro.
Couldn't have played for Real Madrid, though.
Different. He easily could have played for Real Madrid, bro.
There's no easily about it.
Casemiro just kicks man, bro. That's what he does. He runs around and kicks man, bro. He's a hatchet man and he can pass. That's not even
my main argument. I'm just saying what you said about Carrick there sounds extremely like Jordan Henderson.
Henderson can't pass wind, mate. Henderson can't pass wind. Anything over 5 yards. Anything over 5 yards, Henderson's struggling, mate. I can't lie.
But that's where you're wrong.
Nah.
Because you make some very good passes, some very game-changing passes, I might say.
Bro, if you put Michael Carrick's passing next to Jordan Henderson, I beg you. Like, I swear to God, it's not even...
It's not about what you can do, it's about what you do, my friend. And Jordan Henderson does it week in, week out.
Nah, you haven't watched Michael Carrick, bro.
Doesn't matter.
You haven't watched Michael Carrick. No, it does matter.
No, I've still saw Michael Carrick. play.
Hey, Michael Carrick was
the dead
ridiculous.
End of his career, but still, man.
Bruv, Carrick, bruv, listen.
You're acting like I'm saying he's crap. I'm not.
Michael Carrick,
when you're talking about compared to Henderson and that.
Henderson, you really rate Henderson, don't you? You really rate him,
lads. In terms of what he does week in, week out, of course. With the very limited skill set that he's got, he uses it to a very, very good level. You can try and be patronising all you want, lads. I'm still putting my foot.
Nah, bro, it's not even patronizing. I just can't believe you're being serious.
No, I am being deadly serious. I couldn't be more serious if I tried.
Nah, fair enough, man. Yeah, I mean,
and the second Henderson goes shit, I'll be right on here and I'm like, hey, it's heavy now. But lad, for right now, for the past 2 or 3 seasons, Henderson's been there, man. Henderson's fit next season, we win the league. Nah, seriously though, look at the win percentage of when he's in the team and when he's not. That should say it all.
Fair. Oh, mate. I don't even know, mate. Fucking hell. But
doing the stuff that people don't want to do, doing the dirty stuff. That's why you said Carrick was underappreciated. Henderson does them same things. You're just sitting there going,
No, but when I see the dirty stuff, the dirty stuff with Michael Carrick, is having a stupidly high football IQ, winning the ball, interceptions, starting counter-attacks, bro. What Xabi Alonso used to do for Liverpool, that's what Michael Carrick used to do for Man United. And again, Xabi Alonso is another one of them players, that your fans definitely underappreciated because everyone was tugging off Steven Gerrard because
I
that's what
don't
it
know if
was.
we
But
underappreciated Xabi Alonso.
no, you
Everyone who I
did.
speak to,
You did
everyone,
though. You did
everyone
though.
older and
Because
younger though that I
Gerrard was
speak
the
to
golden
love him.
boy.
Yeah, just because
Gerrard
we
was
love
the
Gerrard
golden
more
boy.
doesn't mean Xabi Alonso was underappreciated. It's like
But he
saying
was, though.
Trent's the golden boy, so Robbo's underappreciated. We still both loved him.
Nah,
No,
but
it
that's
is.
different.
It's
That's
not, 'cause we
different.
still
They're
loved them
they're
both.
both British players, bro. Xabi Alonso,
Nah, that
was
doesn't
was
matter.
the was
It's like-
literally the brain, in that Liverpool midfield, and Gerrard was the legs, and
can't
Gerrard
say
got all
Xabi
the
Alonso-
plaudits.
You can't say Xabi Alonso was only underappreciated because we like Gerrard more. You can't say that.
No, he was English, and you liked him more, of course.
Yeah, but you can't say Xabi Alonso was underappreciated for that reason.
No.
We still
He
love
was.
Xabi Alonso.
Nah, but you don't though. You don't. Liverpool fans
I
don't
do.
love Alonso. You
I
might.
love
Liverpool
Alonso.
fans don't love Alonso, bro. Like he was
Most
your
Liverpool
best
fans I speak
bro.
to,
When he
do.
was playing in your team, he was your best player, bro.
I'd love to find is the one Liverpool fan in this chat that really agrees with this notion that no Liverpool fan or not many Liverpool fans love Xabi Alonso. Bro, what are you on? Loads of Liverpool fans love Xabi Alonso. Maybe not like Gerrard, but he never spent the whole his whole
When he
career
was
at the club.
there, you man never appreciated him, the way you should have appreciated him, bro. Underappreciated that doesn't mean you didn't rate, man.
Gerrard, but it's not because of Gerrard. That's
But of course it is because of Gerrard. Because if you never had the homegrown,
Gerrard was quality.
But bruv, he was quality. But if you never had Gerrard in that team, he would have got more love. All the light was on Gerrard, bro. That's what man's saying. Bro.
No, there might have been a little bit more light on Tingio, but it's not because of Gerrard.
A little bit.
Like, lads,
you had Steven Gerrard FC, bruv. What do you mean a little bit? Come on, bro.
Because he won us games by himself.
He won you games, but Alonso in the midfield allowed Gerrard to gallop on and get in these positions to score these goals.
And then when Alonso left, Gerrard kept doing it. In worse teams.
Hold on a minute. When Alonso left, what did you win?
Doesn't matter about, like I said,
No. I want to know, what did you win?
Absolutely fucking nada is what we won in the time that Xabi Alonso left.
Okay.
But if you think about
it, then.
If you think about it, though, well, actually, we won a League Cup, but other than that, though, you know what I mean? The way that much. No, but still, I don't think that really strengthens your point. I think what we actually done was we were in a bad position with the owners. The investment was poor, and then Gerrard started playing around friggin' Jay Speeding and them, man. So what are you on about to go from Jay Speeding, from Xabi Alonso? That's all Gerrard's fault.
Bruv, no one said it's Gerrard's fault. Again, you're getting defensive.
No, I'm not even getting defensive. I'm chill. Like, I'm based. You know
no, but it's not a versus thing. But what I'm saying is, when football fans get a little favourite, they're sucking them off and they overlook other people. It happens. It's human nature, innit? It's like favourite child syndrome, innit? And that's what I'm saying. Gerrard was the
overlook Xabi, though. You said we all overlook Xabi.
You did overlook him because he was a lot better than you realised, bro. You realised it after he left how good he was because you didn't win.
We knew when he was there. I
don't think you did though.
I think we did. We won a Champions League with him in the team. I think we did. No, I really do think we did.
Yeah, but a lot of Liverpool fans think that the only reason why you won it was because of Gerrard.
How can you speak for? Yeah, it's not the only reason, but he's the biggest reason. Hence why he gets the most talked about from that game. He was literally involved in all the goals. You know what I mean?
Do you remember the game? Yeah. Do you remember where Gerrard played in the game?
Were any further forward?
Yeah, on the right hand side.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. But doesn't
exactly.
Like, it's still low. I'm not saying Gerrard scoring in that game. He should have. Fair enough. I'm not even bringing that up. But that's why he's getting talked about more from that final. Because he was involved.
No, I hear that, but that's what I'm saying because he's got the better highlights. But this is my thing. What I'm saying to you is, when Xabi Alonso was in the team, he was playing in midfield ahead of Steven Gerrard, and Gerrard was being pushed out to the right because Alonso in the middle was crucial for you guys. And that's what I'm saying.
The right all the time. It went like week in, week out. That was in 2005. Gerrard still played in the middle with Xabi Alonso and Mascherano.
Bro, if I remember correctly, didn't he play with Hammond in the midfield in the final?
Didn't Haman come on off the bench? Or am I thinking of someone? Or was that Schmitzer who came off the bench? Might have been Schmeichel who came off the bench, actually. I think someone went off injured. And then someone came on. But either way, though, you can bring up one-off games. Gerrard is one of the best midfielders the Premier League's ever seen. It was nothing to do with... And him and Xabi Alonso very...
Hamann came in at half-time.
Yeah. I was thinking that. I was thinking he came on at half-time. But either way, still low, bro.
And you were getting bopped at the time. And the game changed. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them ones where you were getting bopped, bro. You remember you came from behind.
We were getting battered, but you still can't exclude
with Gerrard in the middle.
Game. You still can't exclude Gerrard's achievements in that
game. No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is, yeah, like, he was literally, without this Alonso fella, yeah, all of these things don't happen. Of course, without Gerrard, it doesn't happen. But what I'm saying is, yeah, when Gerrard played as a central midfielder for Liverpool, just as a centre mid, that wasn't Gerrard at his best. Gerrard at his best was Gerrard off Torres and Gerrard off the right-hand side with Alonso and someone else in the middle.
Okay, that was very, very different conversation. But what we're saying right now, you said it like it was supposed to be this big surprising thing. Gerrard got the more attention because he's got the bigger moments in that fight.
But that's the only argument. That's what I said. He got the more attention, but I'm saying that Xabi Alonso was every bit as good as him.
Okay, they're very different players, and maybe you're right when you say that.
And that's why I said he was underappreciated. I didn't say that you man don't rate him. It's not the same thing.
But the way you were saying it, though, Wayne, just like you were just saying Xabi Alonso, it was like the way you were saying, like as if we didn't rate Xabi Alonso.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, bro, I've never heard a Liverpool fan, yeah, raving about Xabi Alonso like he said. No way. The way man suck off Gerrard and think that he's the best midfielder to ever play the game. I haven't heard a Liverpool fan even speak about Alonso with half as much vim. And that's why I say
people who said we haven't replaced Alonso since he left, even to this day, is mad. Thiago's the closest thing we've got to. Like, bro, Xabi Alonso, we know about Xabi Alonso. I just think you've got a misconception of what we think.
No, bro, I'm saying, yeah, being underappreciated doesn't mean that you don't rate him. You got to understand what I'm saying.
We don't underappreciate him. I know, and I do, and I know I'm saying we don't underappreciate him.
No, but you say that now, but bro, it's one thing saying that now. In hindsight, now he's fucking gone, and you hadn't done nothing.
Even when I was 9,
but when he was there, when he was actually there, I never heard no Liverpool fans saying, "Rah, Xabi Alonso's better than Scholes" or all the thing. It was always Gerrard's better than Scholes. Gerrard's better than this player. I never heard Xabi Alonso in any of these conversations, bro.
Scholes is from Manchester. Am I wrong?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so Scholes is from Manchester. Gerrard is from Liverpool. So when the arguments clash between Mancunians and Scousers, they're going to choose their two main boys. Gerrard is our star boy in terms of a cover and stuff like that. He's a Scouser. So is Paul Scholes. That's why them comparisons are made. Just because we were comparing Gerrard to Scholes doesn't mean we underappreciated Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso was at the club for 5 years or 6 years, opposed to Gerrard's whole career. That's why Gerrard gets talked about more. We still don't underappreciate Xabi Alonso.
No, this is
that's something you might have understood.
Like, this is it. Man saying, yeah, like, Alonso was never going to be as hyped as Gerrard because Gerrard is Scouse and the Liverpool poster boy. But then, cool.
And he got big moments. And he got big goals.
Well, there you go. So, what are you saying then? So, what are you actually saying? Because when I'm saying, yeah...
You're saying Xabi Alonso's underappreciated. I'm telling you, we don't underappreciate him just because we like Gerrard more. We still really like Alonso. Still basically a legend of the club.
You don't understand what I'm saying. It's fine.
Sweet lad.
It's fine. You know the ones there. Like underappreciated does not mean that you don't rate man and you don't love man. I'm saying that in his prime, Xabi Alonso was one of the best midfielders in the game,
and we agree with that. So how do we underappreciate him?
Well, if you're not raving about him, then that is underappreciation. You should be raving about him.
See, this is how you're not listening to me, because we are raving about him.
Okay, bro. Man. Yeah,
but I'm not listening to you. Lad, I'm telling you, we rave about him. We get on it. Fucking...
Alright, bro.
Like, we talk about him constantly, man.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Anyway... Fucking hell.
You're okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You're okay in the end.
That's it.
He's me, lad. He likes to Okay.
I'm just like, alright, man.
That's what this show is. You know what
I
mean? That's what this show is. You pretend like I'm not listening to you, and then we get to a conclusion where we're just both like, go ahead, sweet.
Yeah, man, just like, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, I can't keep going on, innit? Because you gotta understand, yeah, when Alonso was at Liverpool, I was in a period of my life where I would have been at school or something like that. So I'm having football conversations all the time, bro. I don't know how fucking old you were in 2008, mate.
It's
You know the
irrelevant because I
one.
still have football conversations. My family all
Yeah,
watch Liverpool
yeah,
on a
but
day-to-day basis.
you're having conversations with people in past tense. I was having conversations in the present tense. So I
No, I
can
was
tell
having
you
it
how.
in present tenses. I watched Xabi Alonso before he left Liverpool. I was watching football from 8, 9. I might have not knew as much about football as you, but
I
one
hear
thing I
that.
can say is that I still saw the appreciation from other fans. That's what I'm saying to you. There was still
Okay, bro.
appreciation. Okay, bro.
At like 7 years old, a man was having
Cool,
he
man.
was having proper sit down talks about
Cool, man.
Xabi Alonso at
I
7.
mean, it was 9 years ago. Don't be so rude.
Same thing, bruv.
It was like maybe 10. You know what I mean? Double digits. Double digits and now. Can't go past
Fuck
it.
it up.
But
I
I'm
don't
saying,
know. No 10-year-old was
I'm
talking
not
about
saying,
Xabi Alonso, but I hear you.
I'm not saying that you never lived in Liverpool, did you, mate? I'm just saying though, underappreciated isn't what 10-year-old James saw. I saw massively appreciated. At the time, the second most appreciated player at the club, behind man like Steven Gerrard.
I hear that. Do you know what I'm saying?
My G.
Nah, bad, but yeah. Anyways, fucking Holland's going to Chelsea. By the way, guys, that's what you need to. He's going to Chelsea.
Wait there. So, what's your sauce here? Because it's not barbecue, is it? It's not
Nah.
tomato hands.
It's
What's
a
your
good sauce.
Good
It's a good
sauce.
sauce. It's a good sauce.
Ooh.
He's going to Chelsea.
This season.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, they were waiting for Dortmund to make signings first because they don't want people to know that they've got money to spend, basically, so they don't get fleeced for players, innit? So they're gonna make their signings before, and then they're gonna let him go. So yeah, he's come to Chelsea.
They've already signed
Exactly,
Marlon,
and they signed Marlon before him because imagine if you know that they've got 130 million pounds to spend straight away, you're like, fuck it, you know them one.
Yeah.
So that's what smart football clubs do, bro. Like, I mean, if any of you lot saw the preseason games of Haaland playing, bro, like man was pulling out of everything. I've never seen a player play like that before. Like, he literally was playing like, he was like, don't tackle me. Like, this guy don't want to play games, innit? He don't want to play. He don't want to get injured. I swear down, and it's a mad thing.
If he signs for Chelsea, I'm gonna tip them to win the league.
Bruv. And that's it. Remember the new rules coming in for the agents that they can only get a certain percentage or something. They've changed it. So I think they can only make up to 10% commission on something or whatever. Like, it's up to 10%.
Agents can only make 10%, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Is that
something like that.
Is that low?
Yeah.
It used to be more? Okay. Either way, man. If like, forget about wages and money. You spend 200 million on Haaland, you're getting 30 goals at bare minimum in all competitions. 30 goals. For Chelsea, in a team like that where they already score goals all around the team, Haaland isn't even that type of player where you need to set up your whole squad around him. You've already got the players who can do that link up while having a similar system to what you had last season. You can still have the cover at the back. Haaland is lightning. You have him on the counter attack. That's a problem. That's a serious problem. If you want to pass it into him, Sancho was a big part of getting a lot of his goals. So when you really think about it, how was him and Sancho so good? It was the link up between each other. Chelsea have players who can do that as well. So I just think
that's what it is. It's a 10%, James. It's 10%, but obviously his dad gets half of that. So obviously, if he goes for more now, it's a bigger 10% in it. Next season,
agents.
Yes, kind of. Like, it's kind of like Mino's the agent, but the dad's like the intermediary. Like, so they kind of like joint agents, so they split the money.
Together, yeah.
So basically, if he goes for say 130, then obviously they'll get the 10%. Do you know what I mean? Of 130, obviously, which is better. Getting 30 million, instead of, for instance, he goes for 75 million, and then you're getting 7.5 million. And then splitting that. Do you know what I mean? So they'll make more money now if he moves now. That's just what it is. Was before, so Mino might say,
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
because Mino might say before, I want 20 million out of the deal. But now,
Yeah.
apparently, it's illegal to do that. Like, they've changed the rules, so agents can only get a certain amount. So it makes sense to get more money for him now.
Well, that just looks like it's happening then, doesn't it?
So
Because
it's a bit of a mad thing.
if the money's talking sense, if the money's making sense, the football's
Yeah.
making sense, it makes sense for the player. Bro, do it, go for it, man. Go for it. And the thing is, he'll probably just go to Chelsea for 2 or 3 years and then does he?
Yeah, and
Because
then he'll go again, bro, because he's young.
he'll
He
go
can go to
during like the
Chelsea for like 3 years and then go to
yeah,
Real Madrid or something like that.
just go during the Thomas Tuchel era. Go during that. Go win a Premier League as well. Hopefully win a Champions League and then dusty. Go to Real
That's
Madrid
right.
or somewhere like that, Juventus, if they're better at the time. But no,
Yeah. And
you're telling me that, it makes it seem like it probably is going to happen, to be fair.
yeah, man, because the thing is, I thought it wasn't gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie, but I heard last night that, do you know what I'm saying? They're waiting. They were literally waiting for Dortmund to sign someone first because they didn't want to be held ransom because they had money, and it happens all the time. It happens all the time with football clubs. The problem is, yeah, the same with Aston Villa. Why do you think Aston Villa are signing their players before they sell Jack Grealish? They're signing the players first because they know if people know they have the Grealish money, everyone's gonna slap 20 million on their players.
Yeah, like, so there's no advantage that other teams can use against you, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Jack Grealish, like I told you lot anyway, I swear I said to you, Jack Grealish is going Man City, and apparently they're in for what's his name, Leon Bailey. Like, and so Leon Bailey's meant to be going to Aston Villa, innit? And Grealish is meant to be going to Man City. And they've already bought Buendia and I think another player, and they tried to get Smith Rowe as well. Like, so they've been trying to spend the money, Aston Villa. Like, they've been trying to spend that. They've been trying to spend that Grealish money before they let him go, in it, and it's the best thing to do. Because if man know that you've got, like, say 80 million in your pocket from Jack Grealish or however much they're gonna pay for him, if someone knows you got 80 million, when you come in for Grealish's replacement, they're gonna want a fat chunk of that 80 million. And they know you're desperate because you've already sold your best player.
Yeah. Dortmund are smart like that. They're smart in all aspects of their business. They know what young players to buy. They've got the right scouts out there, but they also know what to do in situations like this. When the young player is ready to go, they've already got that replacement. They don't literally, they replace Dembele with Pulisic with friggin' Sancho, and then they'll replace Sancho with someone else. They got, they've already got Haaland's replacements, and Haaland hasn't even gone.
Yeah.
There's all these type of little factors. Dortmund could do some serious spending soon as well when you think about it. Aren't they linked with... No, he's a centre-back, isn't he? APPAREL from Juventus. I was thinking... for some reason, I was thinking Yilmaz, but then I was like, why would they buy another striker? No, Dortmund, man, they're always going to be fine. They're just a team that... They're very well run, and they're very exciting. The only thing you can say about Dortmund, or if I was a Dortmund fan, is we don't win enough trophies. That's the only thing I would say. Other than that, very well run.
And that's what my man, and that's what he said. He said winning the trophy last season was important because obviously, like, he wants to challenge for trophies. But a team like Dortmund aren't going to win trophies every year. They're simply not. When you're in the league with Bayern Munich, you can't.
Competing for second.
Always. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And
with Sancho gone as well, that's just another big red flag for Haaland to leave. Because if Sancho stays...
Well, there you go.
Then it was more. There was probably more of a door opening for Haaland to stay because he's still got his boy. He can still play that entertaining football essentially. But with him gone, just another big factor.
But this is it because where is it? I'm looking at because like also with the Holland thing, yeah. Like I think last season, I think Jadon Sancho was responsible for like I think 33% of his assists or something like that, and that's a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 1 in 3 goals was set up by Jadon Sancho or something like that. It could have even been more than that. That's a lot, bro. To be losing that as a striker, straight away, you're like, right, do I really want to be here without him? Like, it doesn't really make sense, innit? It doesn't really make sense. He can't genuinely think that they're in a better position to challenge without Sancho. He can't. So
no, I don't think they do. I don't think they do. Especially Haaland. Haaland couldn't be thinking that way. Second, he saw what his dad said, so that Haaland and his dad would have been talking about it. Like, I hope he doesn't fucking go. Like, bro, of course they would have, because even Haaland's dad came out on Twitter. I was like, good luck, son. Didn't he call him son?
But there you go. And he was like, bruv, even during the Euros, they were like, bring on Sancho and that. See, now, bruv, they rate him, innit? So...
And you know he would have been sitting there with his dad drinking some friggin' Danish juice and then just watching thinking, why is Sancho on this bench, mate? Why is Sancho chilling on the bench? He's like the best player out of the squad. That's what they probably thought. That'd be a great move for Chelsea, though, man. Fantastic. Team's doing business. Grealish to City as well. Hey, I think, right, if Grealish joins City and let's say Harry Kane does, then the pressure for Man City to win a Champions League is just as big as Ole's pressure to win a trophy at United.
It's bigger.
You think it's bigger?
It has to be bigger.
So,
Harry Kane is one of the best strikers in the world, yeah, and Jack Grealish is one of the best players in Europe. Like, so it's one of them ones where if you sign them two players for a combined fee of probably 200 million, you have to win the lot, mate.
Yeah,
you have to. Nothing is good enough other than that.
I agree. Based on this, then, who do you think would be more likely to be sacked if Ole never won a trophy next season, or if Pep never won a Champions League?
Pep's not getting sacked. Pep leaves when he wants to leave.
Because of
so
sustainability.
It's got to be early. Just because it's Pep Guardiola, bro. If he doesn't win the Champions League next season, he'll win the Premier League. He'll win something, innit? Like, Pep always wins something. I don't think... When is the last time Pep didn't win a trophy in a season? I think maybe his first season at Man City, he finished third or fourth or something like that.
Am I wrong? Didn't he still win a League Cup?
Maybe he did. Maybe he did. But I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many times Pep has not won a trophy at all in a single season. I think it might just be once. Do you know what I mean? Probably. 2016, 17.
And with that sustainability, that would obviously mean that Man City. But this is why
the first season he won nothing. That was it. That's it, bro. And they finished third, not fourth. But that's what I mean. And then after that, he's always won something. So the likelihood of Pep not winning a trophy is slim to none, innit?
Yeah. No, definitely. But that's why I think there's probably actually, now saying that, there's more pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because I think if he doesn't win a trophy, I think he will be gone. Whereas if Pep just wins a League Cup, I think he'll stay. Like, because they know if we keep Pep for the next 5 seasons, we're probably going to win 1 Champions League and at least 3 Premier Leagues. So we're cushy with that. As long as we're still building ourselves to be one of the best clubs in England, because that's what the conversation ends up being. Who's the biggest club? How do you dictate that? You dictate that on trophies, usually. If we've got more trophies than you, then we can have something over you where we can say we're bigger, or at least better, a better club than you are. If you just keep racking, even if it's just League Cups, Community Shields and FA Cup, you're still racking up trophies, you're still building up history, you're still getting more pictures to add onto the wall. Pep Guardiola is in most of them pictures.
Yeah.
So they're going to want to keep that, no doubt about it. But next season is so exciting for so many reasons, I think. And the first reason is because Chelsea have bought. City, I think they will still spend. And even if they don't, they're still good enough to win the league. Man United have gone out and spiced their squad up to a whole other level. They've literally took themselves from finishing inside the top 4 to title contenders. Or they should be.
On paper, we're title contenders for sure.
Absolutely, on paper. Because with the manager, you never know, of course. And then, so you've got Chelsea, City, and then you've got Liverpool, who obviously never had their fully fit squad last year. You've got Leicester, who have gone out and invested more. You've got Aston Villa, who are doing bits. There's so many teams next season where you don't know what the conversation is going to be. Because the clubs that I've just mentioned, Man United, Man City, Chelsea and Liverpool, one of them clubs are most likely going to be underachieving. Whether that's in 5th or 6th.
Yeah, because everyone can't get top 4, bro.
Not everyone can finish first, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's one of them things. So it's like, how does this go? And that's what I can't... This season is going to be one of the hardest seasons for predicting Premier League tables, because Chelsea have entered themselves into the title race again. Usually it's just City and Liverpool. Now there's a whole other element to it. It's boss, though. It really is. I'd love it to be just Liverpool and City as a Liverpool fan. But when you're watching neutral games, there's just going to be so much more fire to it. That's what you want right there. That's what you want right there, man.
Bruv, nothing but facts. Do you know what I mean? Big up everyone inside. Smash up that like button. Jules Koundé's been linked with Chelsea, yeah. But the one thing I'd say, guys, as much as I don't rate Koundé, yeah, he's going to be playing in a bulletproof system, yeah, and in a 3. He'll look amazing.
Much better.
he'll look amazing. He'll look amazing. He's athletic. He's decent on the ball. He's not very tall, but he doesn't have to be in that three. Do you know what I mean? I think in that three, he'll look very good, man. To be honest, yeah, I don't think he's any better than Ben White, bruv, to be honest. But it's one of them things where in a three, he's gonna look like an absolute world beater. That's just the honest truth. He'll literally probably play right of the three and absolutely boss it. Like, because Chelsea are gonna a team that have the majority of the possession all the time, so he won't get embarrassed the way he would get embarrassed if he was playing
like,
in a
look at
four.
the way Rudiger improved. Look at the way Rudiger improved. Even though they're different players, Rudiger improved significantly just being in a back three. Like, it helped Thiago Silva being in a back three. No doubt about it.
Honestly, I think from what I've seen of Jules Koundé, yeah, like multiple times, I think he's very overrated, mate. I don't think he's world class. Loads of people saying all that. He's short. He's a good athlete. He's got decent feet. He's not particularly strong. I've seen him physically bullied a number of times. I mean, like, it's just one of them ones. He's just a good ball playing centre. He almost doesn't even look like a centre back. You know what I mean? He almost doesn't even look like a centre back. He's decent on the ball, man. He
scored a few bangers in his time as well. Like, the first time I watched him, I thought he was a midfielder because lad, he scored himself a few bangers outside the box and that. Yeah. But how much would he be for Chelsea?
They're saying 50 million. They're saying 50 million.
I think there's better centre backs out there. I'd rather Varane for less.
Yeah, of course, I'd rather Varane for less, but they're different kinds of players, though. Do you know what I mean? They're different kinds of players.
Would thrive in their system more than Koundé would.
Yeah, because Varane's a better player, but but Koundé is actually better on the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's one of them ones where maybe because Chelsea are possession-based side, I can see why you're gonna go for the player on the ball. That's better.
Nah, he's back. He's back. You liked a little bit, by the way, bro.
Oh, okay, but
you're custy now. You're sweet now.
Yeah, but literally, bro.
And
on the ball,
only 23, so he's got years on him.
He's 23, and I just think when you're playing a three at the back, your ball playing is more important, maybe, than your out and out one-on-one defending, because you've always got cover, especially if you play at right centre back. You've got the cover of the wing back, and you've got the cover of the centre back. In it, you can afford to not be great. Yeah, you can afford to not be great. You just have to be good on the ball, and I think Koundé's better on the ball technically.
It was me who was lagging. Yeah, sorry people. Sorry about funny. That. I apologise. I'm there like he's lagging, and then you're there like, wait, what? Like, what are you on about? Sorry about that, people. I thought it was Rants because he just froze a minute.
Yeah, that's it. And he's saying he's a garbage modern day right back. That's the thing with Koundé. Like, he's literally just decent on the ball and not very good at anything else. I'm not gonna lie, like he's not commanding in the air, he's not commanding physically. Like one-on-one, I don't believe in him, but I think he'll have enough cover at Chelsea, and his I think his deficiencies will be masked very well with that system, because it's a beautiful system that Tuchel plays.
Yeah, no, I get that. Want to ask a question about Varane, if that's cool? Do you think United fans are overrating his ball playing ability? Because
who's that, Varane?
Varane, because I done a video just to give you a bit of context first. I done a video yesterday, and majority of it's good as always, but it's one of the most mixed type of reactions to a video I've had, and one of the biggest problems people had with me taking away from it is because I said I didn't think he was the greatest on the ball. I don't think he's anything like Van Dijk on the ball or what.
He's not. Hey, Virgil's 10 times the player on the ball, bruv.
It's mad. And people confuse as well, saying Varane's a better centre-back than Virgil. He's had a better career than Virgil. He's a better centre-back. The amount of comments I got on that yesterday as well was crazy.
He's not.
It's a great sign and value for money. It's fantastic.
It's a brilliant signing.
It's one of the best. He's one of the best in the world, but it doesn't mean he automatically goes above Ruben Diaz or Virgil van Dijk just because he's just signed for the team and he's won a few trophies with Real Madrid. And on the ball, trying to make out like he's this ball-playing centre-back who's going to
He's not. I said it already. Harry Maguire's our ball-playing centre-back.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire is better on the ball than Varane. And Varane is a better centre-back than Harry Maguire. But Harry Maguire is better on the ball, bro. Varane, his pace, his recovery, and the tackles. Like he makes a lot of slide tackles and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Similar to kind of like how Wan-Bissaka kind of is 1v1s and that, but he's not good on the ball, man. Like, bro, I've been watching Varane for years, bro, because I wanted Varane, yeah, when he was younger, innit? Like,
when he was
and Varane's very clumsy on the ball, bro. Like, I said it before, it reminds me kind of like Chris Smalling, but not like the level, but in terms of like on the ball, man, don't look comfortable. Like, do you know what I mean? He'll win the ball and then you just get rid of it, and that's fine, innit? You don't have to look amazing on the ball, but what I've seen Virgil doing, yeah, Virgil pings the ball like a fucking centre midfielder, bro. Like, it's not the same, innit? Like, it's not even close to the same, bro. Varane is an absolute great buy, great value for money. He'll complement Maguire because he's got the pace that Maguire doesn't have. While his positioning probably isn't amazing, like he's quick and he's a good reader of the game in terms of like making tackles. So I think that he'll complement Maguire well, but I think if they think he's a ball playing centre back, they haven't watched him play, like legit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because on the ball, he's very, very basic.
Do you know even his
he's
pace?
very basic.
Do you know even his pace? Like, because he's quick. He's a quick player, and that can't be just. But he gets a few injuries as well, doesn't he? So with him being 28, a little bit, and the fact he gets a few injuries, do you think that like soon could cancel?
I hope not. I hope,
but it's
not.
A possibility.
The one thing I would say, is the Premier League is physically more demanding than La Liga, innit? So because of that, he could possibly get more injuries in the Premier League. You saw it with Aguero. I bet you now Aguero goes to Spain, he don't get injured. I wouldn't be surprised. The game's slower, bro. Like, honestly, like a lot of players that say will get injured in England and that, and then they'll go play in another league where maybe it's not as physically demanding and they'll do a bit better. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where I think with football fans, it's good to be excited. It's all right to be excited, but you have to manage your expectations, innit? Like, if you sign a player that's very good at recovery and winning tackles and stuff, and then you're trying to tell yourself that he's a fucking ball playing centre back, and you're only setting yourself up for egg in the face, innit? Like, that's what you're doing. That's like me saying, oh yeah, Harry Maguire's got pace and that. He doesn't. Like, do you know what I mean? He's good in the air. He's semi-decent on the ball. Like, he'll carry the ball out if you give him space, innit? But Harry Maguire ain't got recovery pace. You ain't going to see Harry Maguire making last-ditch slide tackles and shit. That's not who he is, innit? So I think... oh, no, bruv. I think that a lot of people haven't watched him play and they just think he's going to be a complete centre-back and he's going to do the Van Dijk thing. Van Dijk's a special player, innit? Like, the way he is. He's physically like a mad specimen, 6'5", good in the air. He scores headed goals as well. Do you know what I'm saying? The guy can shoot, he can pass, he can tackle. He's strong. He can do everything, innit? Like, he's not a normal fucking human being, bro.
Van Dijk's weird because he hasn't been at a big club, and with his ability, you'd think someone like that should be at a Real Madrid or a Barcelona or someone along those lines. He should. Yeah,
but he just peaked late. That's all it was, bro. Like, he just peaked later in his career than Varane.
Nah, yeah, 100%. But
like, Varane at 19 was already playing for Real Madrid, bro.
It's mad, isn't it?
Like
they're starting
just peak later.
10 years. Just literally started for them for 10 years in a row. They're both quality. Like, that's not even the debate that I'm bringing up. It's just, I wanted to ask you that question because a lot of people were bringing up his ball playing ability, and every time I've watched them, which isn't week in, week out, to be fair, I've never noticed like anything special about on the ball. So I just
he's just very quick. He's very quick, bro. Like,
he's a very good defender as well. Like, he's quality of reading the game, like you said.
He is, but the thing is, if you've got pace as a defender, it makes people think that actually your position is better than it is. Because people don't get past you. Yeah, because they can't get past you. And even when they are past you, you might get back. So,
and they know that,
Yeah, so it looks like it. Same with Kyle Walker. His positioning is terrible, but because he's so quick, he doesn't really get caught out that much. So people think that he's a really good defender, but he's not. He's just fucking quick. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's just what it is sometimes, bro. Like, his actual reading of the game, like, is not as good as Sergio Ramos. On the ball, it's not as good as Sergio Ramos. But because Ramos likes to run up the pitch and do the hero ball, his pace helps because it covers Ramos when he gets caught. Do you know what I mean? So, Like
It's a
Maguire's still going to be the
complimentary
Ramos, innit? Yeah,
it's a
Maguire will
complimentary
still be
signing.
the Ramos, and he'll be the guy that sweeps up. He's not going to be our main centre back. Maguire will still be the main centre back. Innit?
Yeah, no, I get.
I think people think he's going to come in and pick up the ball off the keeper and drive out and start spraying it. He's not. Like, he's not.
No, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't really know, bruv.
On the topic of centre backs, just one more that I wanted to bring up earlier. Toby Alderweireld's leaving Tottenham for like, where did he head to? Because I don't want to offend no one. It was like some mad club somewhere out there.
His legs are gone though, mate. To be fair,
but still though, I'd strongly suggest he's still better than the centre backs they've got, which is
but that's not
Sanchez.
Fucking hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But why would you keep Sanchez and that and then sell him? Do you think it's just because he's old?
And he's injury prone as well. He's injury prone. Do you know what I mean? So because of that, I genuinely think that they had to get rid of him because they probably looked at it, what they're paying him, and they probably thought, you know what, this guy's knackered, isn't it? I think that's just what it is because Sanchez is still quite young. I think I want to say he's like 25, or maybe 28. He's not even. What? Yeah, Davinson Sanchez is 28.
Why did I hear Varane? Sorry, I hear Varane. I don't know about Sanchez. What is Sanchez? Let me have
I thought he was like 25 or something.
Nah, he probably will be for some reason. My brain heard something else completely different there. That's
someone said 26.
Yeah, there and thereabouts. He was young when he joined.
Okay.
It'll be about 26. It keeps coming up with Alexis Sanchez. I don't know his first name, so.
Davinson Sanchez, isn't it?
Oh, Davison, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm there typing in Sanchez and I'm like, wait.
Man said the Colombian Titus Bramble in that. It's true, bro.
He's 25. He's 25.
He is 25.
26 in June.
Well, there you go. And Toby's nearer to 35, yeah. So
yeah, he's just turned 25. Hey, Toby Alderweireld and Vertonghen like 3 years ago, though, insane. Insane.
Yeah, they were different. But they're done now.
At one point, Toby Alderweireld had a show for being like the best on form centre back in the world. Like he was quality at one stage, man.
He was mustard, bro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and even so was Vertonghen. They had two of their best centre backs in the game at once.
They were,
and that's what I mean. So, like,
and they won fuck all. Ericsson sayonara, Harry Kane Bouter Dusty, Dele Alli basically finito, friggin' Vertonghen, a legend of the club, Lloris, Alderweireld, lad, Danny Rose, all done one fuck all, mate. It's mad. It's crazy.
Holy shit, bro. Oh, you're a fucking madman, you know, bro.
I felt violence for a second there, do you know what I mean?
You're fucked, man. You're actually fucked, man. What do you think Tottenham are going to do this season before we wrap up? Because I was having this conversation yesterday. Like, I don't know. Some people think Tottenham are going to do something.
Do you want me to be 100% honest? I think Tottenham have the whole possibility, like a serious chance. Like, if I'm going to be dead honest with you, like genuinely what I believe, Tottenham will achieve absolutely fuck all this season.
I think they'll finish 6th.
Okay, let me just present this question. Do Tottenham finish above United?
No chance.
Do Tottenham finish above City?
No chance.
Chelsea?
Nope.
Liverpool?
Nope.
Leicester?
Possibly, but
do you think Leicester will get better? Yeah, if you have,
I think Leicester are the only team.
Go off these decisions as if you're putting money on it. Okay, go off these decisions as if you're putting your house for each one. Okay. So Leicester, who do you think's gonna finish higher?
Okay, I'll stick with Leicester still.
In there. Okay.
6th.
Arsenal.
They'll finish above Arsenal, yeah.
Aston Villa.
Ooh. No, they'll lose Jack, so yes.
One more then. This is my final one. Leeds.
Yeah, just.
Because they're just so dodgy. They're just a weird team that you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think
about last season. About 7th or 6th, maybe.
Yeah, I think 6th. Man. I don't think they finish in the top 5. Yeah, I think fifth is the best they can hope for. With
Mm-hmm.
Nuno in charge and the fact that they're possibly going to lose Harry Kane.
Oh,
Right,
have we
if they
just forgot
actually,
about
if they
West Ham? Have we just forgot about
actually,
West Ham?
Rob, actually, if they lose Harry Kane, they won't even finish in the top 6.
And bear in mind, West Ham, we never even mentioned that name to add to the list of teams that I've just named to you then.
Yeah,
They
you're
finished
right,
above
mate.
them last season. So there's
No, you're
loads
right,
of
bro.
things that are telling me that Tottenham won't do much. They're on the verge of signing Romero, or they're looking on signing Romero from Atalanta, who's a very good centre-back, by the way. But it doesn't cover them other areas, like the Harry Kanes and stuff. But they're going to keep hold of Harry Kane. They'll keep Harry Kane. That's why
Yeah,
they'll
that's
just get in there, maybe. Top
I
7.
hear that. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, man. Fuck you know, man. And it says it looks like Kunde ready and agreed personal time. See, this is how quick Chelsea can move, man. And that's why I think, yeah, you'll just hear nothing about Erling, yeah, and then out of nowhere, the deal's fucking agreed, bruv. Like just out of nowhere. It's not even gonna be no speculation. It's just gonna be bam, done. Legit. You get me? So it's a bit of a mad one.
Hey, you
What
watch
you
out for that Gill that they signed though. Before do you know that Gill
yeah, he's
player
meant to
that
be
they
yeah, he's
swapped?
meant to be a good player still.
Hey, he's decent, you know, lad. I think you'd like him if you just had a little look at his I
No,
know
but
highlights doesn't tell his whole story, but you can still tell.
but this is the problem though. I've seen the highlights and he looks good, but the thing is, yeah, until I've watched the player, yeah,
all
like
game.
live from start to finish multiple times, I'm not making an analysis on them anymore because
Because there's
I've
other
been caught out
attributes
too
you've
many
got to look out
times.
for. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been caught out too many times. You can see if a player's got talent by watching videos, but that doesn't necessarily mean because they've got talent that they're gonna be successful. If
Here's
that
a
makes sense.
stat. Here's a stat for. I know that you love stats, so here's a stat for you. He's got more chances created than any other player in the La Liga over the last 2. Is it 3 seasons or 2
Yeah,
seasons?
but is
One
it
of the
from
two.
open play though? Because that's important.
That is important. You're right, and I could not give you that information right now, but I just thought I'd still throw that stat in there to lead anyone there. Do you know what I mean? But you're right. No, that's a big factor. He's got more than Messi though, and Messi's on set pieces. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't
True.
know.
So it must be set pieces then, because Messi would. Well, Messi doesn't take corners. This guy
I
might
think
take
it's
corners.
everything. I think it's everything. Do you get what I'm like? Corners, free kicks, and then
Because
open
Messi
play
takes
as
free
well.
kicks, but he doesn't take corners. So it's
Oh,
one of
doesn't he?
them.
No.
No,
Oh, okay. I thought he took all of them for some reason.
no, I don't think Messi takes corners for Barcelona. I think he
No
just takes free
face.
kicks. I feel like Messi's a goal scorer, so why would he take corners, bruv? Man is saying Messi does take corner.
Yeah, I
That's
just saw
mad.
that myself.
That's
It's
mad.
because I'd imagine so, because it's not like he's going to be a
He's
threat from the
short,
corner.
but if the ball falls to anyone on the edge of the box, you'd want it to fall to Leo. So
Defo.
it says he
Probably
takes
because he can
corners
take them the
sometimes.
best.
Yeah, he's saying sometimes he takes them. Yeah, I don't know Messi as a corner taker. He said now man saying Dembele takes it. I don't know him as a corner taker personally. I think maybe he takes them sometimes. And does that I mean? And or they
Yeah.
play it short. Yeah, because I can't remember Messi whipping the ball into the box. Like they play it short. All right, cool, makes sense. Because in my head, I could not just see Lionel Messi standing on the corner flag with 2 hands up in the air, trying to fucking cross it in, bro.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm
No,
saying?
I do get you.
So yeah, man. No, man, I hear you, man. What you got coming up anyway, bro?
Redmond Roundup was uploaded earlier. For those who want to check that out, 2 videos was uploaded yesterday. There'll be one out tomorrow morning. So listen, loads of content for you to go and check out there, people. If you so wish to go and check it out, smash a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. And it's like for tuning in, man. You know what
That's
I mean?
it.
Big up everyone.
Yeah, that's it. The link for his channel is in the title. Do you know what I mean? Big up everyone. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. The link for the Twitch channel, yeah, is in the description. Rants and Bants official on Twitch, man. Closing in on that 10k, so you lot make sure you go over there and follow. And yeah, man, back again at 7 o'clock with Hodge for Footy Talk, people. Do you know what I mean? It's been lit. Big up everyone for tuning in, and I will see you back here at